Alright, so here's another Scott Pilgrim versus the World set. This is the 2-pack of Gideon Graves and Ramona with her green hair. This is a Funko Spring Convention 400-piece limited edition.
4,000.
4,000, sorry. Set. This is a very nice detailed set. This is very cool. We got it for a great price at Frank & Sons. As you can see on the back, they just have them.
For those of you who don't know what the 4,000 pieces mean, that means at 4,000 pieces they stopped making it. So it makes it more valuable because most pieces are made at least 1 million or...
way more.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still get the regular Batman, Robin, and Joker that are 1, 2, and whatever
6
Joker,
or whatever, yeah.
whatever Joker's number is. So it's very nice to say. I think the only other one we're looking for is the 3-pack that is the Sex Bomb set of not knives.
Scott and his band.
Scott, Kim, and Steven Stills. That's his name. I should know these characters. I watch the movie all the time.
Alright, so I've always said that DC should have some sort of representative or mascot, like how Stan Lee is for Marvel. Somebody that could do cameos in their movies. And a lot of fans are probably on the same page as me, thinking that Kevin Smith would make a good representative for DC, someone that could cameo in their movies. He's a producer, he's written their comics for them, all kinds of stuff. This is the Kevin Smith Fat Man LA Comic Con exclusive. Fat Man is a reference to his podcast that he does, and also a play on Batman. So it's just kind of, to me, this was the one I wanted for him. This was kind of harder to find. I was about to go online for it, but we located it at the Frank & Sons warehouse for about $20. So it seemed like a pretty good value to pick him up since I kind of wanted him.
And if you have his scribbles on the box, good luck finding it under 50.
Yep.
Sorry.
So, his set is just basically him on the back. It's a very exclusive set. There's nothing else really in his set but him. So we've got the whole set.
Yep. Okay, character from my childhood. This is Super Grover. The original Super Grover, for those who have little ones and watch Sesame Street currently, you know that he had gotten an upgrade and is now Super Grover 2.0 with utility socks and all. Yeah, it's weird. It's still kind of funny. So, Sesame Street set, he is the first one. He's number 1. And on the back of him, it even says, look for more Funko Pop Sesame Street vinyl figures coming soon. Big Bird, Oscar the Grouch, Bert and Ernie, Elmo, the Count, and Cookie Monster, and Grover. I did not know there was an Elmo one. I don't think I've ever seen the Elmo one. I know Oscar the Grouch also has the original set. His original color where he was more of a yellowy orange. And I know they also do Snuffleupagus and Henry Monster for those of us older people. Lots of detail, and like we said on the, Fraggle Rock characters, the Muppets tend to lend themselves well to it, and it's quite nice that they did Super Grover as an homage to who he is. Occasionally Super Grover in his regular form will show up ever so often, prior to his little Super Grover 2.0 shorts in Sesame Street. Overall, nice detail.
Simpler design than they do now with him, or simpler design than they do on the Fraggle Rocks now, especially if you look in the mouth.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of the design has gotten more complex with the Muppet characters.
It's nice that his Super Grover symbol is out more. I wouldn't say embossed, but that's not the correct term.
Alright, so throughout our married years, yes, for those of you who don't know, we are married, going on almost 4 years now, a little over 3.5. We have had a few different pops that we have searched for. Two-Face and Riddler, which we found. And then also a Walgreens exclusive set that is composed of, well, what we thought was composed of Spider People. One of the Spider People is not actually a Walgreens exclusive, but we still wanted him. Basically, the three main ones that we wanted were the Black Suit Spider-Man, Scarlet Spider, and Superior Spider-Man. Now, for those of you who don't know, Superior Spider-Man is Dr. Octopus's mind inside Peter Parker's body. You need to read that saga if you have not. I fully recommend it. Just go ahead and read Dying Wish and then skip to the end. It's pretty good. If you do that, you get an overview of it. A lot of great detail. This one was one we never thought we'd find. We'd kind of given up on it because it is an earlier one. And we found it at Frankenson's. And it was on our list of must-haves because it is my favorite incarnation of Spider-Man, probably. And Scarlet Spider. And I'll let DigiFoxCat say more, but I'll just say he was also hard to find. He's a very early one. And he has, at times, gone for over, what, 200?
Yeah, something like that.
And Superior Spider-Man, I think, has gotten up to about 100 at times. So they're both pretty valuable, and I believe they're both vaulted at this point, too, right?
I think so, but it's hard to find out all that information because it gets convoluted once you're starting to search all the checklists and everything. And
yep. So, I'll let DigiFoxCat kind of talk more about Scarlet Spider and what he is.
So here's Scarlet Spider, aka Ben Reilly. He is a clone of Spider-Man. I was first introduced to this character in the animated series in the 90s. I just thought he was an interesting concept, that somebody cloned him, and then he decided to change his identity. Here is what the set is. Here. I just like the detail in this Homecoming, Spider-Man Homecoming kind of made an homage to this with his homemade suit. Kind of having the similar look of
Now pay attention to that box there because I think it's different than what we'll show him later. Because I don't know that he was on the previous box.
I don't know.
Because he is a later number. See how he's 187?
Yeah.
Versus the other three on the box, which are 79, 81, 82. So initially the box was released with just Black Suit Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2099, and Venom. So this is a secondary phase of the box.
Yeah.
But still an older one.
Yeah. Nice looking ones.
Yeah, almost no detail compared to current pops.
Yeah.
It's still very well detailed for who it is.
Okay, so this is another one we got at Frankenson's. This is a Walgreens exclusive Valkyrie. This is her comic book look for those who are more familiar with her in Thor Ragnarok, which I thought it was nice that they brought her into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or the MCU. Have not really read any comics with her, but I'm familiar with her in some of the cartoons and whatnot. So she's got a lot of detail. It's very nice. Also into the lore of what they are and everything. She's a little bit more valuable than a regular pop. A little less valuable than the two Spider-Mans we just showed you. It's got a lot of detail. Nice that she's got her sword and her spear. And, yeah.
One of the issues we've had here is that it's very hard to find the Walgreens exclusives.
Yeah, we've only found one Walgreens exclusive in our actual store, and that was Adorbs.
Yeah, and we were surprised to find even Spider-Ham.
Yeah. We'll show you him in more detail in a later video. Here's her box, and here's who she came out with. So we have two of The first set that she came out with Spider-Gwen and She-Hulk.
But you can tell that she's not technically, it wasn't released at the same time because, again, a lot of times when they do a later wave and they add someone to a set, you can tell because they're not actually shown in the picture on the back, and their number is much later. The ones that are in sequence to each other are the ones that are released at the same time.
Yeah. I don't know that she had an actual set. I think it was just, oh, we should put this character out.
Yeah.
But she's still a very cool pop and an interesting character. Alright, so if you had seen a previous video when we did last hunt at Toys R Us, this is one of the ones that we got. It's a 2-pack exclusive of Rita Repulsa and Zordon from the Power Rangers movie. It was hinted at in the original series way back in the 90s. I know that was a long time to travel back to. That they were previous Power Rangers. They made that more prevalent in the movie, and this is what they looked like at the beginning. It's been a while since we watched the movie. We do have it on DVD, Blu-ray, whatever.
Which will be a rewatch soon.
Yeah. I don't remember if they showed Rita in her green suit, but you always gathered the idea that she was a previous Green Ranger. That's why she, well, spoilers for anybody who doesn't watch the original, made the Green Ranger evil and turned against him, which may be what they do if they do the sequel for it. Box is similar, except for this one they show the Power Rangers and Rita's evil version on the back of the box.
Yeah. So, I am actually, I know very little about the Mighty Morphin original ones because as a kid I didn't watch it, and as an adult I tried to watch a few episodes, but I think we only got a season or so into it. It was just difficult to watch.
It's slow and corny and very out of date.
So my first real introduction to the Power Rangers was the movie.
Yeah.
Or the original series, but as an adult, and so
I watched it quite a bit with my cousins. We grew up, so the original Power Rangers, and then I watched a few of the continuation ones, which continued the original line to finish up the story. So yes, I'm a girl. I watched Power Rangers.
That's why I like you.
Okay, here's another one of our last finds at Toys R Us. It is the Toys R Us exclusive Gwenpool, where she looks like she's texting. I have not read the comic book on this one. I flipped through it. She's a very intriguing character that they brought into the Marvel Now line. And yes, she has no relationship to Deadpool. But
yeah,
he sort of adopted her in a one-shot comic series of the Deadpool Christmas. So he kind of adopted her. Sort of.
Yeah.
Or allowed her to come into the family.
And they drew from inspiration. The idea was kind of a female version of him, but her fourth walling comes about from the fact that she's from the real world.
Rather than just having a knowledge that she's a comic book character.
Yeah.
And,
you can see there's a lot of similarity in her suit. There was rumor sparked by her appearance and her name Gwenpool that Spider-Gwen was going to become a Deadpool replacement at the time because she was the current Gwen. But we found out that it's not Gwen Stacy. It's a different Gwen. It's just a Gwen from another Earth timeline.
Yep, and the box is similar on all the Gwenpools. They all have this scene from the comic books. I think that's the cover of the first graphic novel compilation. Is her on her motorcycle with the parasol.
I think so.
Very cool. Lots of detail. Interesting character.
Yeah, we want to do a Deadpool, Gwenpool mashup for Halloween.
Yep. If we can ever find a suit that's not uber expensive from China, from one of the cosplay companies.
Yep. It'll make it easy because I already have a full Deadpool costume, so we just have to... Mine's more cartoony, though, not the live-action one.
Yep.
So, this is one DigiFoxCat and I couldn't even decide who was going to talk about this one because this is one that we both really like a lot.
Yeah.
This is one that was, again, we had about 3 Spider-Man that we wanted. Spider-Mans? I don't know. But we had 3 Spider-Men that we wanted.
Spider people
that we wanted, that we thought were really hard to find. Superior, Spider-Man, Scarlet, and Black Suit.
No, even better. Web Warriors.
Alright. So we had Superior, Scarlet, and Black Suit, all of which are old enough that they are vaulted and hard to find, I believe.
As you can tell by the 79 on this box.
Yep. And I don't believe he's one that's still being made at all.
I don't think so. I think that's why he was so hard to find.
So we were traveling down some random row at WonderCon, and there was a booth, and for the most part, a lot of the booths we were finding were a lot of commons. But just right at the bottom of this booth in the glass, there he was, and the person was just charging $20 for him. So, I mean, I do think there has been a slight drop in Funko prices because Superior Spider-Man and Scarlet Spider were both $20 and are about the same on eBay. So I think there may be a price drop for a little bit, but what we've seen with Funko is that the price drops are usually stages, and that's when you really want to buy.
Yeah.
And then after a little while it'll go back up again.
So here's one that a lot less detail on. That's so you can tell he's an older one. Eyes painted on, symbols painted on, the glove things painted on. So very much want to keep him in the box. And here's what he came out with. We may be getting Spider-Man 2099, possibly.
If we can find him.
Yeah, that's the question.
He's as hard to find as the others in the set. And we actually don't really want the black suit Venom. We like the blue one that's the McFarlane one better. Because we've actually had the chance at the black one. It's just we don't like the price. When we have one that's the same thing, just different, lighter skin.
Okay, here's another one of our WonderCon buys. This is Gizmo Duck, who's a Target exclusive. We have had horrible luck with exclusives. We're getting tired of places outside of Hot Topic and FYE and Bob's Lunch.
GameStop's doing pretty good with their exclusives too.
Yeah, GameStop, but outside of those, like Target, Walgreens, Walmart, not the greatest luck.
If I don't want Stranger Things or the 8-bit characters, I really can't find any exclusives there.
Yeah. And Walmart, if you want cars, they seem to always have the Cars exclusive ones. Anyway, we bought him at WonderCon for a considerable more. You can get him online at Target.com. However, a lot of people are having trouble with shipping. I mean, anything from really messed up boxes to it looked like someone stomped on it before they put it in the box type thing. So they're not handling with care and whatnot. And like I said, we've been searching for him at various Targets around our area and haven't found any.
And most people who did searches for Gizmo Duck in their area just to see what stores he was at, people have been extending it out to 100 miles and not finding him, so we're not even sure if he's even being sold in stores.
It's got a lot of detail for the character. Well, the character has a lot of detail. He is one of the duck superheroes. And
he has worked alongside Darkwing Duck.
Yes, there is 2-part episodes. It's called Just Us Ducks. Play on the Justice League, where he's working together, and Darkwing does not like him at first.
They definitely do the Batman-Superman thing. For those of you who know the whole Batman-Superman vibe, where Superman's kind of always considered the good guy and Batman doesn't like working with them, but they kind of always work together and like each other by the end. That's really what they did with Gizmo and Darkwing. They definitely pulled on that.
I will note that on this one, like a few of the other ducks, his beak is more yellow in the scene when it was more of an orangey yellow in the show and on the box art.
Yeah.
But small details like that, not really a big deal.
As hard as he was to find, I'm just happy he's in good condition.
Yeah, and you're lucky that all the buttons and stuff from a distance look like they're all painted in the right spot.
Yeah.
And he's got a lot of detail. I mean, they etched in all of the little boxes where his gizmos come out.
Exactly. And all through that day, because we had one of our good friends with us, and we would have encouraged him to buy the same one because we found ours early morning on Sunday.
Yeah.
By the time our friend got there to join us, we encouraged him to buy one too, if we had seen it. And I don't remember seeing any Gizmo ducks at any price the rest of the convention.
No, I don't remember seeing any.
So we were glad we snatched them up when we did. There may have been some earlier in the convention. A bunch of places may have had them, but
We saw a lot of Louis duck.
yeah. All right, so this one, I'm kind of a biggie on. I guess I'm more the realistic people that have to do with something, or more likely to do a mascot or something like that. So when I saw this one in a booth at WonderCon, being that I'm not sure where you would get him, Funko Store exclusive, you literally have to go to Funko Store or online, which I've heard both are very difficult to do. He is one of those that's an exclusive, which means he's very limited and all that stuff, and he's a special edition. He's not even just the traditional one. He is the nerdy version, where they put glasses onto him and said he's nerdy. It's really the one that fits us best. If we had all the options, we'd have either gotten that one or a superhero one anyway, so it's one of the top ones we wanted for him. But I am always been kind of, I mean, if you're going to collect Funkos and then Funko has their own mascot as a Funko, you might as well buy it. Because it especially if you find one that you really like, and they've dressed their Funko mascot up many different ways, and this is one of our favorites. So I really like this one, and it is our first Funko Store exclusive.
Yep.
And it also is holding. Not only is it similar to what's actually shown on the box, although its tie is red, its bow tie is red, and its pants are tan instead of that, but it's also holding the pop symbol, the Funko Pop bubble cardboard thing.
And turn it to the side here slightly so you can see he's wearing his crown.
And he is wearing a crown, but instead of on the box where it's silver, it's a gold one.
Yep.
So I think that this one, although it is going for only about $20 online, I would assume one like this will gain a lot of value. Probably.
Probably.
Since he is a FunkoShop.com exclusive, and I've heard a lot of collectors saying that they have trouble finding these ones online.
Yeah.
Shipping them or having enough in stock. So to all you collectors and store sellers that get these and let those of us buy them from you, we appreciate it. Don't know how you get these, but we appreciate it. If you're a Funko collector, I'd be really curious to know where you get these. We were going to ask somebody at WonderCon and we just didn't, but I want to know if you were able to get a shipment of the Stan Lees to sell. How did you get them? If you got Gizmo Duck, how did you get him? If you got this one, how'd you get it? So I just want to know how collectors end up with these that they can sell. Because obviously they're sold somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's just we get them secondhand because we can't figure out where they are. Alright, so we're going to check out. This is Rant and Robin.
And did you fox cat?
And we'll talk to you later.